Let's bring you this exciting story now. Social entrepreneur and founder of African Teen Geeks, that's Lindiwe Matlali, has been awarded by the Schwab Foundation for Social Entrepreneurship for her efforts to bring science, technology and maths to disadvantaged communities. Now, this award is done in partnership with the World Economic Forum and recognizes change makers from government, business and experts in their fields. Now, this accolade is the latest in a series of awards she's won, including the ICT Community Builder from MTN. She has also been named among the top 50 women in tech. And in fact, she joins us now via our video link in Johannesburg. Lindiwe, good morning. It's wonderful to have you with us here on the AM Report. And a huge congratulations on what is really just the latest in a series of awards for the incredible work you've done.
Good morning, and thank you so much. I'm so surprised and shocked. I couldn't believe when this happened, but I'm grateful for the honor.
Wonderful. So tell us about African Teen Geeks. You are the founder, you are the CEO. Why is this organization so important for young people, so important for the fourth industrial revolution?
The work is really about exposing kids, especially children from disadvantaged communities, to coding and robotics and inspire them to pursue tech. In a way, there's a diversity problem in tech. There's not enough women, there's not enough people of color, and the work that we do is about giving early exposure, but also and inspiring the kids as young as possible, from as young as when they're 6 years old, and get them comfortable in tech and STEM, so that when they get to grade 10 and have to choose their subjects, want to admit them to choose the science, but most importantly, do well when they do choose those subjects.
Yeah, absolutely. Lindiwe, do you find in the work that you do that there is still this perception that things like science, technology, engineering, maths, robotics, to name just a few, that those kinds of tech subjects and future careers still feel a bit off limits for certain parts of our communities?
Yes, I do. The number of kids townships that do choose math and science, the numbers are encouraging. But also when they do choose, that part from 6% and above, that will enable to enable them at varsity are also very small. So unless we provide the intervention as early as possible and the support that the kids need, is the only way that we can do, because a lot of interventions that are available for them are from grade 10 upwards, and that's very late.
Yeah.
You need to start with the foundation. When a child is in their foundation phase from grade R to 3, if they get do well in literacy and arithmetic, then you know that, as they go, they get education, they will do well. And unfortunately, the interventions are very late.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, our private schools might be doing the kinds of interventions you're talking about, introducing STEM and other tech subjects like robotics to our kids from grade R, but that certainly is not happening in our public schools.
Actually, it is. We've been working with the Department of Education for 4 years.
Really?
And yes, and we have actually completed the development of the coding and robotics curriculum that will be introduced as a compiled subject from grade R next year, and worked also in raising the resources in the department to deal with that. So now we've got the curriculum from grade R. The department has not spent it on that process because African Teen Geeks went out and raised, and got the donations and the funding for them to be able to introduce the curriculum. Also, the first time when the curriculum is designed by professionals, civil society, and the union, for everybody. We had 50 people at the beginning of this year at Microsoft develop curriculum, which is and I'm really excited about that.
So Lindiwe, as parents, what can parents do to encourage their children to at least consider this as not only part of an intricate part of their schooling, but also as a career path? What do we do? Is it extramural activities?
Yeah, I mean, it's some mural activities, but getting them resources around that. I mean, there's lots of platforms like the code.org, like the Scratch, that you can actually start getting your child to learn how to code from when they're they work as well, but also exposing them to people in the sector. You know, just even reading and getting them to see what a career in the looks like. For a lot of our kids, especially in the townships and in disadvantaged communities, they don't have role models in tech, and you cannot become what you can't see. So if we can start exposing them as much as possible, if you can go to a child and tell you and say, who's one still aspire at the entertainment because they see them. And unless we start also making sure that we provide these role models for these kids, as parents, it's our responsibility to find them, you know, and tell our kids about this especially if they don't see them on our television or on our screens.
Well, you certainly are one of those role models. Thanks so much for coming on to the AM Report, and congratulations again. That is Lindiwe Matlali. She is the founder and CEO of African Teen Geeks. In fact, she's just been awarded by the Schwab Foundation for Social Entrepreneurship for incredible efforts to bring science, technology and maths to disadvantaged communities.